Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the weekly coming around. We're making our way through the this week's DC haul. So let's continue with Wonder Woman number 20. So the Sovereign has been defeated, though he does appear to have long-term plans. And that's where we left off. And so we heard a new story. The issue opens with Hippolyta speaking to Diana through a goat. Apparently, Hippolyta went to Dionysus's bacchanal the previous night. There was a considerable amount of wine, and she woke up with a man in it, some in her bed. A man, and he's dead. Of course, the man is someone of note, Ares, and Hippolyta says that she didn't do it. So there's a murder on Mount Olympus. So who would Diana go to for help in this time? None other than the world's greatest detective, Batman. And on the way to Mount Olympus, Batman and Wonder Woman discuss faith. And Batman's faith. And the question is that Diana asks the question, what church does Batman attend? And he simply says that God is in church. He's in the alley. And they arrive by a mystical portal, sort of, in on Mount Olympus. But Wonder Woman impresses Zeus with by it seems by punching Bacchus, and convinces Zeus to give Batman 24 hours to solve the case. There's also a really great point where Zeus kind of acknowledges Batman as being like someone special. Somebody says, there are men, there are gods, and there's Batman. I kind of love that. But Batman gets the ground rules. They have access to the people, but they don't have to tell the truth. The gods can't refuse Zeus, but they can lie to him. However, Wonder Woman's lasso, she's not sure it'll work because it is a gift from the gods. So Batman says that they're going to do tried and true. Collection, observation, conclusion. Also, Batman has agreed to sacrifice himself if they can't solve the case in the 24 hours time period. But Batman questions the suspect, Zatanna, and afterwards he points out that she's got means, motive, and opportunity, and so the two of them speak with Dionysus. And Diana smashes a wine glass into his face. Keep in mind that Dionysus has got a pleasure, so he doesn't know pain, which is kind of fun. Which could be actually he would know pain, but that's a whole different thing. But you want to know who Aphrodite, who Zeus or Ares left with? Ares left with Aphrodite, and so Batman goes. Batman 101 goes question Aphrodite. She is definitely enamored of Batman. And Wonder Woman Diana scolds him for being, well, as she puts it, must all men be men? And as she's scolding him, Batman is struck by a lightning bolt. One of Zeus's. Stolen. They're looking into it. And, Batman shows that he does have a sense of humor. But and Batman says that at least she smiles, though Bruce points out that Clark smiles. Diana glows. And tells her that the first time he met Diana, he first states that he wasn't raised with much religion. He felt as a boy, he felt there was something good above us. But then his parents, they were so kind. When they died, he watched. Yes, what kind of God would do that? And he knew there was nothing above it in the sky. But then Bruce met Diana, and she was kind, like his mother and father would come again. After knowing her, he went home, looked up, and prayed. And so the issue ends with Diana making a vow that whoever has done this, who's committed this murder, she will deal them a hurt like no other. That is where the issue ends. This is going to be an interesting story. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got New Gods number 5. Where we left off, New Genesis was under attack, and Orion had, shortly after Mr. Miracle had found the child, Orion found the child. So, much of the issue is told from the perspective of Light Ray. Light Ray asks Highfather about death. What happens when we die? He asks Metron, and he puts it as, from where I am sitting, Light Ray, we are all information expressed and perceived. So, in death, we are only information transformed. Life may be ephemeral, but information is immortal. Orion. Nothing happens. Happens when parademons die. And they mentioned the Black Racer, and Orion disregards the Black Racer. A god of nothing, and utterly meaningless. The Black Racer says that every time that him and Larry meet, they'll race. They put their all into it. When the day comes that Black Racer catches him, Larry will have his answer. But in the present on New Genesis, the field of battle is cleared, and Highfather meets the leader of the Nektari. And delivers the alpha effect, the start of creation. With it, he can change the very nature of matter. He has not used it yet, merely unsheaths it. When Darkseid invaded the home planet of Highfather's foe, well, the leader of the Nektari saw the same hubris that he sees currently from Highfather. And he gives Highfather a choice. Convert or be conquered. Of course, he's been cut off before he can finish saying the word conquered. However, he reforms himself out of darkness. On Earth, Barda and Scott Free Barda and Mr. Miracle are taking on Orion. Orion is very pleased to fight without holding back. And the child seems to have at least incidentally discovered one use of his powers. But back on New Genesis, Highflyer continues his fight, and he knows his plans for New Genesis. He will leave a steward behind to oversee the ransacking in New Genesis. He will sit on Highflyer's throne while they dismantle Highflyer's dream. That steward will be Graven, son of Darkseid. And Graven goes to basically makes to execute Highflyer. And Lightray gets him, uses his light powers to stop it. However, Lightray's killed. And Megatron suggests that New Eyes go to Earth, where butterfly wings may flutter still. The prophecy of the steed of fate, and perhaps the sources trying to tell them. And Orion is said to stop the prophecy of the steed of fate. Back on Earth, Barda, Mr. Miracle, and Child have managed to get away from Orion temporarily, and he once again goes to attack them. And he once again is stopped by Superman. And that is where the issue ends. This book has been just an amazing book. Moving on, though, to our last book for the moment, we've got Zatanna number 3. Where we left off with Zatanna had been somewhat cursed with a sort of magical sword which hurts her every time she uses her magic. She's gotten help from Blue Devil from the Oblivion Bar, and ended up in a fantasy world where she ran into none other than Bruce Wayne. So the issue opens. White Lady is holding court. Seems she's a vampire, presumably from some of the imagery. But Bruce is on her dancing, but Bruce doesn't entirely seem to know her. She looks familiar, but she's trying to introduce herself, but it's too loud. The party there is to commemorate or to celebrate the career of one of the greatest actors ever, Basil Carlo, better known as Clayface. And at her former apprentice's apartment, Blue Devil is taking some torture for Z. However, a demon shows up with the intention of skinning Blue Devil. But Bruce realizes where he recognizes Zatanna from. She's from the Magician's Assistants. a film from Basil Carlo. But Zatanna's trying to stop Lady White, and the demon that is attempting to skin Blue Devil. Well, he gives up on that, but he's still going to take a trophy. The skin of Zatanna's late apprentice. But Zatanna is able to remind Basil of his true identity and basically turn everyone into clay faces. However, Lady White makes it seem like it was Zatanna's fault, and she killed his family. She keeps trying to use her magic to cause her pain. But and he's got a harpoon stuck through him as well. But she reminds Basil of his dark side that has been very evident. And seemingly destroys him, but she passes out as an envelope is set by her body, and that is where, well, not entirely, Lady White and shows up at the Lady Apprentice's apartment and decides to have a taste of Blue Devil. That is where the issue ends. Very interesting. I mentioned last show I really like seeing Blue Devil pop up. He's a long-time favorite of mine. But anyways, that's the deal for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Box signing off saying, live long and rock hard.